Season 3, baby! That's right, Season 3 is finally underway, and that means that we're going to start Season 3 of All Healers to 3K. You guys have been asking for me to start this series back ever since we stopped it. So what this is I'm going to be pushing all 7 healer specs to 3K across the season. I'm going to try to get it done as fast as possible. Almost every single key that we do is going to be with 4 pugs, except for a couple of the keys that we do on our Mistweaver at the start of the season, just because we're raid mains and we do mythic raiding and we need to get that gear. And speaking of gear, what better way to start off this series than with a vault opening montage? Man, we're kind of just staring at the loading screen right now. This is kind of what everyone's looking at. Are we in yet? We're not. Oh, we're in. Okay, don't touch the vault. Oh, no, it rogue clicked. I don't think it populated the vault. Ayo, we got tier. Very nice. I feel like I just take the tier, right? Oh, this character did get a signet. The problem is the signet is only champion track, and that's easily farmable. So we're going to go ahead and take the pants because these are catalyzable. They're also haste mastery. It is a waste. Actually, let's take the helm with avoidance. It is champion track, but we have the waste from this season. The problem is that these aren't going to be super exciting, but this one did get a tier set. Okay, this is our first alt with tier. But my old hands are really bad. We're going to take the hands because they're catalyzable, and I feel like we could always just craft a weapon if we need to. The vaults were pretty hit or miss. I mean, we got tier on our Mistweaver, setting us up to get an early 4-piece already this first week, but that's later on. But once the servers finally came up, we got our Priory +2, and we absolutely nuked these first few keys, pushing to a +9 almost immediately. So we got a Priory, yikes, off to a beautiful start. All right, where's our signet? Nah, no signet. This boss is already dead. That's crazy. It will all be worth it for the gold in the chest, I know. Or we're going to get some, like, ridiculous trinket, right? As you see, we absolutely blasted those. It's not even worth showing. I mean, they were so easy, so free. But this +9 Priory was a little bit harder, but still kind of easy. I mean, you'll see that I was playing a kind of meme build. I was spinning to winning, just having fun on stream, which I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and now Thursdays as well, from 1 to 5 p.m. Central. But with this key starts like a period of just wholesomeness. So I'm going to let it play out. But trust me, you're going to want to stick around because things turn sideways really fast in this first week of pushing, and we get all the toxic pugs you could ask for. We're running Dance of Chi-Ji. And I will be pressing this button over and over. Y'all have heard of the 1-button rotation, right? This is just that, but much more aggressive. This is stressful. I feel like every time I stop just spinning crane kicking, we run into trouble. So, yeah, I found my button and I'm sticking to it. I think when I first started streaming, it was super easy to, like, fall into this, like, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, you know, like, crazy streamer, like... But in reality, like, I just am a super laid-back person. Like, I straight up am. I don't know. I feel like the more time that's passed since I started streaming, the more I've just been able to be myself. And part of that is just because you guys make me feel so comfortable. Like, I'm a very, like, honestly shy person in real life. But you guys make me feel so comfortable to just be myself while I stream. And I'm so appreciative of you guys. All right, it's loot time. Give me that signet. What did this guy said? Dude, LBN, you saved me. I got you. You saved me 2 times. I got you, Mesh. All right. Oh, Riffic got the signet. Riffic got signet. Hey, and we got signet. We got signet. Ooh. They're all going the wrong way. Guild, come back. Oh my goodness. Oh man, Mistweaver's so much fun. Easy. Did we time it? It took an hour. Oh my god, it took an hour. Oh my goodness. It was worth it. We got a ring. It's a Abyss ring. Oh, that's really sweet. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm talking about how much you guys mean to me. Let's get toxic. Let me set the scene. We're in a Dawnbreaker. Keys are starting to get hard. This key's already really hard to heal, especially like this first boss. That dot is pretty nasty. But when the tank accidentally tanks a little too close to the puddles, we have a few wipes caused by this, and then eventually you're going to see that the tank gets 70 stacks of the little melee hitting debuff. Way too much to survive. He dies, and just watch what happens. But otherwise, yeah, you usually go with just what gives you the biggest stats, and that usually is just weapons give you big stats. Why are we walking in the bad? Yeah, that is 100% on tank. We're not taking this boss well. See, like, I am in such a bad spot. So my guild does 2 raid nights, 3 hours each. So we're a 6-hour-a-week guild. Jesus. Well, we might lose people here in the air, but not my problem. I tried to heal them before they took off, but they just flew. Oh, and they ran back into the death orb. So we're probably going to get one more dot application. I'm going to try to dump my dot and just burn the boss here before it applies another dot. Kill it. Nice. We skipped the dot. See how easy this boss is? I mean, just do the mechanics. Our tank is going through it. Tank has 62 stacks, 64 stacks, 66 stacks. He is just face tanking. I will say, it is funny doing dungeons when people don't know the mechanics. The priest said, I am out. That's right, baby, our first lever. Let's go! But realistically, that priest, I honestly don't blame him. I mean, we weren't timing that key. Honestly, it probably saved us like an hour's worth of grinding in that key because I don't think the whole group knew all the mechanics. So not really going to throw too much shade his way because we have way more toxic people, way more toxic pugs coming up. And starting off in this streets, this was before they nerfed streets. It was super hard, and we almost timed this key until things started to crumble. So just to set this scene for you guys, this hunter and this evoker duo were a duo, and they were both really annoying. Starting from the first time the affix spawned, they kept on saying, hey monk, ring of peace the affix, monk, ring of peace the affix, please. Meanwhile, I'm over here waiting for them all to spawn so I can leg sweep it. I mean, I'm taking tiger tail sweep. It's way more efficient. But they just had this like complex that they needed to control what spell I got the affix with. Meanwhile, all throughout the key, you know, not to point any fingers, but if I was, I'd be pointing them at them because, God, they were just crapping the bed. I mean, there was one time where he was typing about the affix as he died. But I'm pretty sure this cast like heals them and puts like a nasty curse on someone or something. Okay, this guy's yelling at me. Especially as a monk, you try to catch... Oh god, that's a big soak. That is a soak. That is a... Oh, he's gonna immune it, I guess? There's no point in immuning that. But unless you have defensives. Like, that purple circle is the death. Notice that we just lost the hunter here. Hold on. It's not an airport. Did I say airport? I meant mail post office. Uh-oh. The hunter is just learning new ways to die. These guys screaming at me to solo the affix as they panic and get the affix every time. So that I can't get it, and then they're just like trashing the key. It's always those guys though, right? I have it. I want everyone to watch. I'm pinging myself. I want you guys to watch. Once they all spawn in, I leg sweep. See? Oh well. Lovely. It was the evoker. Okay, we're definitely gonna wipe here. Like, there's no way we can heal this. There's just absolutely no way. Okay, now that we've gotten through that guy who absolutely just trashed the key, well, not him alone. I feel like we have some sleeper agents to take triangle, and so on and so forth. Hey, 2,000. Next up, this key was a Halls of Atonement. There were plenty of toxic Halls of Atonements, but I think this one is like top 2 that we did this week. And I think this is the most toxic thing I've ever seen someone do, because they are purposefully annoying the healer who is already stressed with dispels. So watch what this priest does. He gets the Mark of Obliteration and then moves it on top of us if I don't dispel quickly enough. But I want you to notice that I'm dispelling like almost on cooldown among other things trying to keep the group topped. I have it on my list of things to do. He's not going to take that damage most of the time, or if he is, I have him plenty healed up. Just watch. This is so toxic, and it's not even the most annoying thing that happens this key. The shards that's not good. Give us a mass dispel. I want to be trying to make sure that I come into those shards with both stacks of... both stacks of my Jade Empowerment. I don't know why that guy like moved into us. Rest in peace, mage. Like that Siphon Life and the curse went on the same person there. Don't move it in. I'm clearly waiting to dispel you. This priest is super toxic with that. Oof. 3 people. Yeah, what? And then 3 people, and then the mage altered time back into the red puddle. Or maybe they just blinked in. The mage literally blinked into his death puddle. What if this is still timeable? Probably not. I'm just gonna cocoon whoever gets it. Oh, mage, what are you doing? Oh no. Dude, this mage is an agent of chaos. It's unreal. Stop. Drop that shit on me, buddy. Stop. Bro, I need to break the ads. Just walk on them. You are in the middle of all, so not my fault. Because I could be there. I need to break the ads with that mech. Like, yeah, you need to break the ads, but he like blinked past half the ads. I'm an idiot. I take it all back. I'm the problem. So as you see, there was a pretty funny exchange after that mage blink. I mean, what can you do with that, right? But I do want to take this time to say that I did so many keys this week. I had over 40 hours of footage to cut down over this weekend. I spent so many hours doing this, so I'd really appreciate if you hit the like button if you want to see more of this series, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss episode 2. However, I did so many keys, and a lot of them were with my guild. However, most of those keys were repeat keys, meaning that they're keys that I've already timed at this point on stream or something, just to grind out gear with my guildies. So I'm not going to include any of those because, one, it's not really funny when it's my guildies. However, there were some funny moments like this one. Epochs, no! But to start off the third stream, we absolutely blasted our first plus 12s, being the Salia's Gambit. Lost dead. We timed it, nice. Alright, now the best part about this dungeon is that when you loot the chest, you get a trinket with leech every time.
Our paths crossed, more walker. These troublesome pieces.
The game bugged, it just gave me gold. Dang. As you see, that key was nothing. I'm not even going to show you most of it. That key is so easy. But then we went to a floodgate, and this key was hard. I'm even going to show you some unedited clips of the hard bosses to show you just how much we had to crank with our newfound 2-piece. Okay, early Chi-Ji. Yeah, I'm saving my defensive because I know we're in AMZ. Definitely needed the Shayluns at some point in that. I'm going to try to Touch of Death one of the ads, the last one that dies. Ooh, so that it boosts our damage. So we get more Ancient Teachings healing and whatnot. Very nice. I'm gonna expel harm here, and it's gonna put a massive shield on everyone. Bang. Oh. Maybe not massive. Oh, it's because I used my other on-use trinket. I'm an idiot. I was late on that cast. I don't have Ring of Peace. Okay, I think he got like a stealth off or something. Oh. We still have some disturbed Kelps. I do not like this. As the healer, I say no. Try to waste revival. And these bombs are going to be here for the fight. I do not like this. Why do we pull this? Yeah, see the bomb, like, ruining my positioning. Limithars save the day. Okay, I need a drink. What do I have? I have Shayloons. Oh, I just looked at the boss's health. Why is he still alive? He's so alive, too. Oof, I was just about to comment on how good everyone's dodging, and then of course someone gets hit, like, as I'm about to say something. Oh no! Ah! I'm getting hit. Oh, that one was, I don't know why I didn't see it. I think it like went straight through Sludge Fist's, or Swamp Face's, Sludge Fist? Who's Sludge Fist? What dungeon is that? Went straight through Swamp Face's like body. Chill! That was easy. Let's jam. Plus 13 Priory.
4, 3.
Who knows how this is gonna go, but we're gonna give it our best shot. The tank said GG. The tank's running out. That's cringe.
It's too far away. I can't use all.
That's really cringe. As you see, that Priory was kind of like the end of our good streak. It was over before it even started. However, I do want to show you this quick clip, guys. I failed a +2. I didn't think this was possible. I almost didn't even record this. I missed a really funny part at the beginning because I thought it would be anticlimactic. However, this key was so funny, so good, like just pure gold. Like, I have no idea how to describe it. Do you want to see a complete video on this key? Comment down below and maybe I'll make a review of this key alone. However, I do want to show you this to just show that I did play my alts this week. I did the Time Walking Ulduar quest and got a couple pieces of gear on each of the alts. Some more than others, like some got some from the actual bosses, but for the most part, the most exciting thing that I got from the chests was this piece of loot on my shaman. I mean, this piece of gear is going to go a long way, and it also came with this other thing. I don't really know what this is, but yeah, pretty exciting stuff. It was a really good way to gear out all my alts. I'll talk about them more at the end of the video. But back to the monk, because this was the big focus this week. I said my plans for this week are to gear out the monk as much as possible, get it raid ready for my guild, and then whatever time I have left over, spend on my alts. So I did get a little bit of a stream in on my alts, but picking back up on the monk, we go back into Priory. We had been trying this key a couple times throughout the week, so I tried this one off stream, and this funny moment happened where we have so much time, by the way, where this DH, I think he hunted the wrong target and it messed up how he was going to pull, so he ends up dying on this first pull, and he gets dejected, and over some time, even though we had so much time left in this key, he just leaves and trashes it and leaves us all there, wondering what would have happened. Would we have timed this key? Who knows?
Are these steel strikes, lackeys? Guards! Guards!
I simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
But before we talk about the final toxic pug that I had this week, I want to show you guys that I also timed a plus 12 Arakara. So I was able to get like a 13 and a couple 12s under my belt, but wasn't quite able to push the monk to 3k this week. However, I got it fully 4-pieced through my 2 catalyst charges, the vault, and like one other, I think LFR piece or something. So I got full 4-piece. It was a pretty successful week on the monk, I would say. Now, moving into the final clip, I do have to preface this one by saying that you're about to see some clips from a Halls of Atonement, and what followed these clips was a message exchange that I can't even show you guys because of the language used by the mage. However, the mage made so many mistakes. He was about 16 of the like 40-something deaths of our group. You know, one player being 16 of 42 deaths is not okay already. But he had 3 uses of his 70% damage reduction mitigator, defensive throughout the whole dungeon with 16 deaths. He also had 0 uses of alter time, which is like their crazy good self-heal. So yeah, a lot of deaths, not a lot of ways to prevent his own deaths. And then at the end of the key, he does flame me and the tank especially, but I wasn't going to let him talk crap about the tank. I just want to let him know, like, hey, you could have prevented a lot of your deaths. That's how I started the conversation, and then he just started dropping bombs, man. So, can't really show you the conversation, but I can show you all of these clips. I mean, watch these, like, all of these are basically bolts during a thrash, and then there's his 70% damage reduction and alter time sitting on cooldown. All these things that look like giant one-shots, they're very telegraphed. He has multiple bolts coming his way, and he just refuses to press anything. So just watch these clips, and yeah, just know that there were so many more. I didn't even record half this dungeon because it just got too chaotic. But yeah, this was just all dungeon. And then in this clip, his friend did get a piece of loot that would complete my 4-piece. And so after I secured the bag, this is when I sent him that first message and what spawned our little things. So let me ask you guys, this guy said that he made 0 mistakes throughout this whole key. Did you guys see at least one? I did. I saw plenty. But anyways, before we get into the alts and what's going on with them, I do want to wrap up this whole monk section of the video, which is the majority of it, by showing you guys the clip of how our hard mode Tazavesh run went. So me and a few guildies got together and we were like, let's give this a good old honest shot. Spoiler alert, we had a lot of deaths, okay? It was nowhere near close to deathless. However, we had a lot of fun, but I want to show you guys the first death. I kept saying, like, I do not want this to be on me. I don't care whose fault it is that we don't get the Mythic Track gear if we fail. I just didn't want it to be on me. And as you're going to watch, it is probably the most embarrassing way that you're going to see anyone fail this hard mode Tazavesh. I mean, in the moment, I thought it was a bug. But as you're going to see, it's just too embarrassing. I really hope my guildies don't see this.
Oh, this is the mini boss that's before this boss.
Correct.
Dude, I do not see my weapon. What the fuck?
I immune it.
I don't see my weapon. I'm just perma-silenced.
I have seen that bug before. That's not ideal.
Shit, I'm gonna
Actually, what the? Oh my god. It's like in the wall. So, yeah, there you go. We failed the hard mode Tazavesh. Like I said, we had probably 100 deaths, okay? It was a really fun run, like a 2-hour-long guild run. But yeah, a lot of deaths. So, yes, that was the first one, but I'm not going to take it too hard because we had so many that it didn't really matter. But now let's talk about the alts. You know, I'm not just going to ignore them. I do want to get them grinded and at least getting a vault slot every single week so that we can really start off this series with a bang. And this has been my mistake in the past where I kind of do the monk all at first and then start the alts afterwards. So I'm going to start the alts from week 1, and my goal, since I didn't have a lot of time to play my alts, I just want to get them a vault slot, and I want it to be like a medium vault slot. I didn't get the time to push each alt to a +10 from the vault, but I did push them to a +6, so we got a +6 done on stream. They were a lot of fun, but I do really quickly want to show you these clips from an Arakara that we did, because they are just pure gold. Builds and whatnot to like get them modernized. Whoa! Whoa! People, please! I feel like they should be fine on ads. Let's do some cleave damage, though, just to help. Our hunter just walked off the map. He said, you know what? You guys got this one. I trust. Hunter just said, I'm good. I'll sit this one out. Tank, don't walk up. What do you do? What are you doing? The boss is at 22. The tank said, God, I hate pugging, man. Honestly, that's a reasonable crash out. Tank got hit by the frontal. Now the hunter that fell off the map said ZZZ. By the way. Oh my goodness. That'll walk off. I just said we chaw. I was trying to type we chillin', okay? But I accidentally typed we CHJ something. We chaw. So I hit backspace and then I had to recorrect my positioning of my character. So I was pressing WASD. So I pressed AW and it said we chaw. That's so good. Other than this funny clip of the hunter falling off and the little bickering back and forth between him and the druid tank, there wasn't really anything notable about the +6s that we did on each of the alts. I'm pretty sure we timed all of them. Pretty sure we didn't get any like notable gear other than the priest did get a catalyzable pants piece. So now the priest is basically at 3-piece if I use both my catalyst charges. So hopefully we can get these tier sets early And before we go, one thing that I like to do at the end of each episode is show a wrap up of the progress that we made this week. So this is where we started the week. You know, all the healers are starting at 0 IO, but pretty geared from last season, especially the monk. And this is where we ended off the week. So a massive chunk of the IO done from the monk, getting this main healer of mine out of the way, and then also a good little bit of gear across the board. So huge success of a week. I'm excited for this first week of vaults. The real vaults next week. But guys, this series takes so long to edit down. I promise you, not only did I play for 40 hours this week, I also edited for about 8. So please hit the like button on your way out and share this with a fellow guildie, especially someone who heals. They might enjoy the series. As we kind of finish up the monk next week, hopefully, we're going to start really ripping into these alts. And I think the alts are really what makes this series so much fun, because I have to basically relearn how to heal on 6 different other specs, and it just makes this series a lot of fun. Alongside me is you guys in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch now. I have it fixed so I can multi-stream finally. So guys, make sure that you guys check out a stream. Come hang out, come meme on me and my healing with the alts. You guys can request what alt I do a key on next and stuff. It's just a lot of fun making this series with you guys. But like I said, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, so I'd really appreciate all the support that you guys give to this series. On top of that, I do want to say a huge thank you to the patrons of this channel, because none of this would be possible without these guys. They support me to an extreme that allows this channel to exist. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You're amazing. You hard carry this channel. But guys, that's going to wrap up this episode 1 of the All Healers to 3K season. Thank you so much for asking for this series to come back, because I forgot just how much fun it is. Let's get this series over and done with in less than 10 episodes, hopefully less than 10 weeks, so that I can keep my sanity and my time and my weekend nights intact. As always, I'll see you next week with episode 2. But until then, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any healer content. I have so many videos coming your way, guys. Thank you so much for all the support, and happy season 3. It's a fun one so far, and it's going to keep being a fun one thanks to you guys. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.